June 20.
Good morning, everybody. This is our very first podcast for 2025. So this is super exciting for me. Happy New Year. And I'm happy that you're all still here, frankly. So today we have a big group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mark Puls was diagnosed with MND in July of 2022. Mark's non-verbal, but he has a big crew around him to help talk. So with him is his wife, Jill. Wife, Jill. His buddy, Dave.
G'day.
Daughter-in-law, Amy. Son, Aaron.
Hey.
Little baby Birdie. Okay, so this family live in Dubbo, where we have a cluster of MND, so we're going to be talking about that as well. But in the first instance, I have sent through photos. I've sent through questions to Mark that Dave's going to respond to on his behalf, and then we're going to get into the rest of them. So Dave, do you want to take it away, baby? Read the question first and then the response.
So we've got a question here. Who are you? So it's Mark Puls, father of 2, step palsy of 4, and Papa palsy of 10 children.
10?
Yep, 10.
Jesus. Okay.
It says here, what is your working life? Mark's been a mechanic for a good 25 years. Also done farm work, farm hand, and he ended up with his own lawn mowing business.
Yeah, you and Woz have got a bit in common there, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
I did meet Jill and Mark in person at Woz's funeral, and it was a beautiful day.
Down at Canberra.
And, I wasn't in Canberra. I was in Antarctica, people, but I was definitely at Woz's funeral. Next question.
It says here, when we diagnosed, I think it might have been late June 22, early July, was diagnosed by a shit doctor who said you may linger for a while. So it was pretty sort of a blunt diagnosis.
That's nice, yeah.
That wasn't Prof Dom either.
No. Yeah. And then I've got a question here. What have you learned since the diagnosis of MND? And Mark's got here, MND sucks big time, but it won't stop me living. And you find out who your true friends and family are.
Amen, brother. Mark, that's so beautiful. It's so right in that it's quite surprising, and I've said this time and time again, that the people that you think are your heart people disappear, and then the other heart people come in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, Jill, can you talk us through the story of the initial diagnosis, how long it took?
Mark knew that there was something wrong, and he'd known for a little while. He was known to have a bit of a drink in his early age, and he just thought that it was alcohol related at first. So he was really reluctant to go to the doctors. And so he went to one of the local clinics here, and the first doctor he seen told him to take some vitamin D tablets.
Yep.
And vitamin B and some multivitamins. And to come back in 3 months.
Okay, how'd that work out for you, Mark?
Well, Mark was lucky enough to have one of his customers was a doctor, Danny Peakill, and she noticed, obviously talking to him, that something wasn't right, and he explained to her what had happened, and she actually possibly picked it first just by talking to him. She booked him an appointment there and there on the phone to another clinic in Dubbo, where we met our current GP, who sent us to this beautiful neurologist up in the Blue Mountains, because there's nothing here in Dubbo. So we made this little travel up to the Blue Mountains, and there and then she was quite good. She made time to do a nerve test and everything while we were there. But then she said, oh, look, I'll ring you when we get the results. And she rang, she goes, oh, well, you've got MND.
Hang
You're
on,
going
stop.
to die.
Over the phone?
Yes, on the phone, yep. You got MND, you're going to die, but you might linger for a little while. That was our first, and that sort of
Pretty
was
cold.
a bit of a shock. And then we couldn't get hold of her. We tried to get a follow-up appointment. We tried to get documents filled out for all the documents that you have to get filled out for social security, for Centrelink and NDIS and all that sort of stuff. And she just wouldn't answer the phone then. And we just thought, well, what are we going to do? So our GP wrote a referral to Dom. They rang the office and got a little bit of a heads up on how we could best get our foot in the door, sort of thing. And that worked, and we haven't looked back. He's been amazing, Professor Rowe. Yeah.
Dom listens to this podcast, so he's going to love that. So I want to say I'm so sorry that you were treated that way, and I'm trying really hard to get neurologists to grow a fucking heart. Excuse my language. Sorry, it really upsets me.
Yeah, it really upset us too.
And I'm just so sorry, and know that there's a whole group of us trying to make change on that. Okay, so you are a family that are not going to lie down and take this. Mark, I can tell that by you. Anytime you want to talk, just talk to your translator and smash it out. You've already raised. Oh, sorry, darling, go.
Cool. Yeah, he's going to smash me out. Yep, good on you, Jane.
Smash her out. Go, mate. You go. But can we do it off camera, babe? Okay. As a family, you've already raised $13,000 for Professor Domonic Rowe's clinic. Dom's clinic is privately funded. So it's really imperative that we keep raising funds for him, because my personal opinion is it's a travesty, and that the only MND clinic in New South Wales is privately funded. I'll let that go for a minute, and then we'll talk about how did you raise that first 13K, and then what's going to happen next.
So after meeting Oz down in Canberra, he was a bit of an inspiration, and I thought to myself, if he can do it and he's got MND, surely the guy I can get off my bum and do something. So we sort of savvied around. Dave was amazing help. We had friends from all over the place come and help us on the day. We had donations left, right and centre of raffle prizes. Mark's ex-sister-in-law donated a pallet of dog food, like 20-kilo bags of dog food. And we sold them for $50 a bag, which is really, really cheap for the dog food that it was. But Dave, with the gift of the gab, and he should have been a salesman for sure, sold dog food the whole Saturday we were out at the Ballymore Hotel. People were buying dog food that didn't even have a dog, because people were putting 20-kilo bags of dog food in their car. Didn't know.
Dave, I'm gonna be hooking up with you, mate. You can help a lot of.
Yeah, well, I said that's the best time to buy them. You get it all ready before you buy your dog, and the dog biscuits will last longer, so they'll be good value for money if you haven't got a dog.
Then he found someone who was trying to sell dogs, and then he was trying to sell it as a package deal.
Yeah.
We'll get you a free dog, and you can buy a $50 bag of dog food. So It was quite amusing.
What did you call that day? What was the day called?
We had an MND family fun day out at the Hair of the Dog Hotel out at Ballymore. The lady at Ballymore, Pip, she'd lost her grandfather from MND as well. So she had a connection there. We had the local car clubs, both from Wellington and Dubbo, who one of their members had passed away from MND. His cousin also has MND. So there's approximately 8 people here in Dubbo at the moment that have MND. So there's got to be something. It's got to be something environmental. But yeah,
I'm no researcher, but that's my gut feeling as well.
Yes. Sorry, Jane. So there was a lot of local businesses that got behind it when we sort of put the word out that we're having a fundraising day for MND, and one of the local automotive supply people come on board, and they were good enough to donate a fairly substantial toolbox, like approximately $2,000 worth. So that would become a really good draw card for our raffle. So we thought, well, we better get out there and make this work, because when we went sort of approaching a few businesses, we didn't have that in mind. We just thought we're getting a few bits and pieces from everyone to run a raffle. And when they donated that, we thought, well, we've really got to sell quite a few tickets to show that this can work. And so they were really good. That was Regional Auto in Dubbo, and plenty of other business that they donated all sorts of prizes. So there's lots of good prizes. So
the butcher, the butcher to the candle maker, literally.
Yeah.
That toolbox was something that I actually lusted after a bit.
Yeah.
The guy who won it was so young. It was really good. Okay, and I love that you're selling dog food and doing the puppy packages, and the pub is called Hair of the Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All very fitting, isn't it, in the name?
It's good. It's a beautiful little community out at Ballymore. It's just out of Dubbo. They were kind enough to offer the pub. So it's been really good. It was a really good day.
Yeah, quiet little town, so the street could be sort of closed off. Yeah, it was really good.
Well done, all of you. What does your shirt say?
Mine?
Mark needs
drinks. That was his MND. The kids had these made in Bali for him.
Yeah, well.
Turn around, Jill.
Bin tank, mate.
Oh, turn around, yeah.
Oh, no, can you see that?
Beautiful.
MND, Bali 23. Fight MND.
We're all fighting bloody MND. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in the pretty part of the family, Amy, Aaron, and Bodhi.
Baba. Say hello. Say hello.
Not that you lot are pretty, but hello. So, Amy, tell us about the next adventure that you lot are going to do to raise Gomro.
So we're going to fly over to Japan. I'm not that crash hot at my pronunciation, so I'm going to have to just get Jill to tell us where we're going.
We're going to fly into Tokyo, yeah.
Yeah.
You know that one.
Yeah, I know that one, but the mountain, that's what gets me.
Fuji.
Mount Fuji. We're going to give it a go of climbing that.
Okay, so how long would that take?
I believe it's a 3-day hike if you can get to the top. Is that right, Jill?
Skinny fit people can probably do it in a day, but we're going to do it in 2 days.
Oh, that sounds harder than I thought. I thought it was 3.
I wouldn't give her too much information, Jill. She might run. And are you camping on the way up, or do you stay in little?
We will book a little bunker on level 8 the first night. They say that takes normal people about 5 hours. Will probably take me 8, but I'm happy with that. I'm not racing. I just want to do it. And then the next day we'll just get up early, hopefully see the sunrise, and then head down.
Okay, so Aaron, you're in this party too?
I am in this party. Potentially, I'll see how I go going up the hill. I'll probably give it a go. If Amy can do it, I could probably do it.
Oh, yeah, your mum can do it,
Yeah.
And what are you going to do with Bodhi?
Probably going to...
My girlfriend's coming over.
Yeah,
My girlfriend, she's coming over, and she's gonna stay with Mark in the pub or the motel somewhere with the kids too. So
Yeah, we got another kid inside, still sleeping.
Oh, you've got another one. Okay. So how
Yeah,
many of you at this, what month are you doing this?
July, end of July.
And tickets are booked?
Our tickets are booked, yeah.
Ours are to be booked. Hopefully this week we'll get onto that.
And then you're going to be joined by your Maria?
Maria, yep. Yep, and Tracy, and my daughter's still umming and ahhing. She's going to get married in November, so she doesn't know whether she can afford to do both. So
the wedding's off.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Your priorities right, mate.
She's going to watch this, Aaron.
Okay, Aaron, I like you. Now, David's not going to do it but his wife is thinking of it.
Yeah, please.
Which David's just learnt prior to us coming on. That's
Yeah,
okay.
first I've heard, but she'll be fit enough to do it, I think. Yeah.
Leanne's very fit. She'll put us to shame.
And what are you hoping to achieve?
Just probably awareness. You know, in New South Wales, the awareness still isn't there. You can go to Victoria and you can say to anybody, you know, Mark's got MND when they ask, and they all know because of Neil Danaher. Everybody knows what MND is and the big freeze, and they're all aware. And we haven't got anything like that in New South Wales, and even less out in Dubbo. You know, we can't even get in to see a neurologist in Dubbo because one visits from Sydney every other month. Yeah, so just that awareness out here, because I really feel that there's a need for it.
I totally agree with you. It's very parochial. So in Victoria, everybody knows what MND is.
Yeah.
But the rest of the country is lagging behind. Because we're lucky enough, sorry, Neil. We are not lucky that Neil has such a high profile.
Yeah.
And you know, I lived in Sydney, I've moved to Melbourne, and I'm really shocked when I go to any other state and they say, what do you do? And I mention MND and they say, what is that?
Yeah.
And it's still very surprising. It's surprising in a place like Dubbo where you have a cluster.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's going to be just 2 or 3 degrees of separation for anybody there who knows someone with MND. So, you're going, sorry, Don.
Sorry, no, go on.
So raising the profile is really, really important. How are you going to do that? I mean, we've started this today, but how else do you want to do that?
Look, I suppose with our fundraising, we had a great turnout. There must have been 400 people over the day. We probably need to...
Mark wants to say something.
You reckon more? You reckon more? Mark thinks maybe more than 400 people, sorry, over the day. I think we need to get, I don't know, maybe some other MND organisations out to Ballymore on the day. I don't know what's available. We probably need some more signage. So Mark's favourite holiday place is Bali, so we might have to go over there and have some more signs printed.
Oh, that sounds terrible,
Mark. So he keeps telling the kids, it's my last trip, you better come. So
yeah. I love a bit of emotional blackmail. That's really good. Keep that up.
6 trips ago.
My last Christmas, it's my last trip. You got to do it. Yeah, keep that up for a couple of years.
Yeah, he's got to milk whatever he can out of them.
I highly approve. I'd also use it in the community too. Not MND. Yeah. All that. Okay, so I'm going to see how we can help you with all of that. You and I'll talk offline. Aaron, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about how you're coping. Your dad's got MND. You're living in Western Australia, a long way away.
It's his stepdad, yep.
Stepdad, same thing.
Yeah, same thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty, I don't know, tough to see him go downhill like that. Yeah, obviously a lot of self-pride. He gets quite frustrated.
Oh, you big sook.
Yeah, no, I love to cry. I'll be doing it in a minute. Yeah, it's the dignity mark, isn't it? And to lose your dignity in your body, but not your brain, is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty
You're right.
difficult to watch.
Hey, babe, cry all you want. This is what we're all about. But I want you to say something too. So you obviously have a very loving family, and that's the best gift you can actually get. But I really, really want to have someone walk behind Amy with a video when she's climbing up Mt Fuji.
I know. Yeah, I am really, really looking forward to the experience, and I do really hope it brings some awareness, because that was definitely one of the things where when we all found out, we all like got the drift of it. But the hardest thing was we didn't really know too much about it, so there was a lot from our side of researching, and that was awful, because it was like a double whammy. Like, we found out this awful news, but we didn't know, like, get all of it. So yeah, it will be awesome. I'm really freaking out. I get a stitch from laughing, so I'm freaking out about this. But I do really, really hope that we can bring awareness, because that was a really hard thing to go through.
It is, and we think now it's 2,700 families that are currently living with MND, and every one of them does the same thing. But not everyone has such a shit experience as you did with that phone call. But still people do. And then the neurologist disappears because it's something they don't want to confront. So, it's not unusual. Dave, what have you got to say? How are you going to be helping with this, you super salesman?
Sorry, with the trip to
with the super sales.
the salesman. Yeah, well, I'll get behind a lot of the automotive trade and get other donations just to make it a really good fundraiser event. Yeah, so we sort of we didn't start real early in the piece, and once we got that toolbox, it was like we had to hit the ground running and spend a fair bit of time. Whereas now we're forecasting ahead, we're doing it again, same time this year as we did last year. So we'll have more lead time to sell more tickets, basically, and get around different businesses and get different donations, because we're selling them tickets. But that's what I said to people, not only is the toolbox a great prize, even if you don't win the ticket, there's lots of other prizes. Yeah, so no, I'll be there to help support with that. I would like to go over to Japan, but I'm sort of a one-man band, run a business, and it's a bit hard to shut the doors and go away. And I guess you'd have to be gone for, a week or 10 days or something, I don't know, by the time you leave to get back.
Yeah.
I am not diminishing you at all. I'm just making fun of you because I love what you're doing. What you're doing is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have how much would you like to raise from this one?
Oh, well, we raised 13,000 last time, and honestly, I think we thought, God, if we could make 5,000, we'd be happy, sort of thing, because we weren't going out there. I've never been tied up with fundraising, and it was just something we thought, let's get together, and it's all about promoting awareness of MND, and we'll raise a few dollars, and it just sort of snowballed from there. So,
yeah, and I run off with all these great ideas. Like, I made 100 of these MND cups. This is one of my mistakes because it's upside down. I think we sold one cup. We had some friends come up from Tokamall, Shaz and Ronnie. They were selling raffle tickets for us all day. And it was the funniest thing. They were a show on their own. My sister was there, though. We done chicken and gravy and beef and gravy rolls to help the pub kitchen with the
overload.
The overload of the kitchen. So friends of Mark's who have got farmers, they killed some sheep, so we done lamb and gravy rolls. My sister and both Paul and Wanda and Leanne, Dave's wife, they jumped behind there and served up great, and we sold 200 without trying, like they've just gone. We had a really good team of people. We had Scotty and Danny and Joe. They done a whole heap of kids games for the kids. They got some tug of war ropes and some sacks from the food and grain store, and they had sack races and as I said before, the car clubs have been fantastic, and they're going to support us again with a show and shine out at the pub as well.
Okay, so let's say 15, but go aim for more. And then with the Mt Fuji, that's purely raising awareness.
Raising awareness, yep.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so that I can...
We've got some funding for.
Who's that?
This is Bonnie. Sorry to run off. We nearly had a nudie bum on the screen.
Bonnie. Hey, twins. Say hello.
Hello. Hi, Nanny. Hi, Pulsy.
Baby.
You both kisses?
Are they twins?
No, Bonnie's 4, Bodhi's 2. Bodhi's just massive, so they look the same.
Bodhi's a solid unit.
He's a big boy.
He's our bruiser.
That's a bruiser. Yeah. Okay, so Mark, you're going to Japan as well, and you're going to stay in the local hotel, one setting, and you're going to drink beer while the others are doing their hard work.
He's on the vodka and the thicker orange juice at the moment.
Are you?
Our speechie is amazing. She sent him about 30 different recipes on how to thicken alcohol. So she's awesome.
Okay, we like this speechy. Don't drop her name because everyone will be ringing her.
Yeah. He'll have a few parkies when he's over there just to try it out, I guess.
Yeah, you got to have a party.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Who's going with Mark to care for him?
My girlfriend Tracy from Queens, she's in Queensland at the moment. She's going to come over and she's offered to look after the kids and to sit with Mark. So, yeah.
Aaron's
she's
also trying to put his hand up to look after Mark at the pub.
Yeah, we're going to get Tracy to watch the kids and me and Mark can go to the pub.
Yeah. Or you could just guide the kids to a pole somewhere. Go to the pub. I'm full of ideas. Just ask me. And Mark, what do you feel about this whole project?
He actually wrote that answer down just in case.
Oh, good. Then could someone read that out for me, please?
On the back page, Dave.
Yes. So the question is, what do you think about Jill climbing Mt Fuji? And Pulsy said, she's fucking mad, but I think she'll make it. That was Pulsy's answer.
That's so encouraging, Paul.
Yeah.
It's only something like about 4 kilometres up in the air, Mt Fuji.
Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah. A little bit less, so.
Do it in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I think that support like that in a marriage is really important, Mark. So well done you. Yeah, it brings couples closer together.
Yeah.
But then after Mt Fuji, because I know you people won't be sitting around, what are you going to do next?
So that's when we'll have the long weekend in October, the 4th of October. That's when we'll do the fundraiser out at Ballymore.
Okay.
And then we'll take a breath and we'll do it all here. Yeah, right.
Yeah, 26.
Right. What will you do after, I miss that?
Then we'll do it again the following year for sure. Not Mount Fuji. They reckon you only climb it once. So the fundraiser, absolutely, we'll keep doing that year after year.
Well, I just love you all. I think that what you're all doing is raising the awareness is what we need the most. And it's just so important. And, you know, you guys talking about it in Western Australia too is going to make a huge difference.
Yep.
I will help you as much as I can with social media and whatever we need to do to help you. Because you need the support and Dom needs the support, and that's extremely important. So as we get closer to the 4th of October, Dave, I want to know what you've got going on, because
Yeah,
I can help.
I think we'll have to try and get it a bit more out there on the radio there to advertise the MND out of Ballymore. Like, it was on the radio, but
Yeah, the local radio here.
I didn't hear it much myself, but it was definitely out there. But yeah, whether we got to try a few different radios and not everyone listens to the same radio station. Yeah, just to get the word out there. It does fall on a long weekend, which is, I guess, good and bad. A lot of people leave and go away, like when I was selling tickets and that, and they say, I'm not going to be here this weekend. And I say, well, you don't have to be here. You can still win the prize not here.
Yeah.
And so people go away for the long weekend, but also on the upside, families have people coming to this area from away. So, yeah, it's just a good weekend to just to have it and make the most of it.
And there's free camping out at Ballymore too. So we had a lot of caravans there last year. We all took ours out.
Camping at Ballymore.
Yeah.
Do not miss that.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Jill and Mark, what else do you want to say to everybody?
Oh, look, we're just really appreciative of the support that we've had from family and friends. All the kids. Mark's son's here in Dubbo. Mark has 2 children. His daughter's up in Queensland, his son here. They've been pretty supportive too. We thank them. And Mark's parents have been amazing. Mark's lucky enough to have both of his parents still.
Dubbo too?
No, they're over the Central Coast over near Woy Woy, yeah.
Okay. Mark, how old is Mark?
55, 56.
I see. 66. You snuck
56.
So you snuck into NDIS then too?
Yeah.
Done you. Okay, amazing. Mark, is there anything you'd like to say?
So one of your questions here, I'll just say this for Mark, is you've asked here, Jane, what is the message you'd like to pass on?
Yep.
And Mark's drawn the symbol like this, like, yeah, that's his symbol. But what Mark said, even if you don't have MND, to get out and enjoy life. That's what he wants to tell people. Like, life's short. So don't worry about the material things in life. Yeah.
You're so right, Mark. What matters is what you've got here today, and it's only a small part of it. You know, my new theory in life is if it's not illegal and not immoral, just do it. I've got to have some morals in my life.
Yeah.
Mark,
Yes.
We seen you had you and you had them on at Waz's funeral.
I had them on. Yeah, I'll send you some. I make them. They good?
Oh, okay.
I'll get you later. I am so grateful to Western Australia. Thank you lot for getting up and doing all of this.
No, thank you for letting us be a part of it.
No worries at all.
I can't wait to track your progress. It's going to be so much fun. What do you two do for a crust down there, over there?
I got a small plumbing business.
Oh, love me a plumber.
Yeah.
And
No.
I just do a bit of bookkeeping and be a mum.
Hey, mate, that's not just. You've got 2 little babies and you're helping run a business. Don't diss yourself. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I do some books for another friend as well.
Yeah, that's a lot. Jill, are you still working?
Mark and I had 2 years off. We travelled around Australia in a caravan, and we've just come back, not long been back, and I've just gone back 2 days a week.
What do you do?
I've worked in the disability industry for like nearly 7 years, so yeah. So yeah.
She's quite handy to have around then, isn't she?
Yeah.
Thumbs up to Jill.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been around the traps and learnt some stuff. So
Yeah, and that's extremely important. We all need to share that knowledge too. Okay, have a really beautiful Saturday, Mark. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you very much. Remember what I said before the show. Thanks for crying, because now I can stop recording and I can do a bit of a cry. What you're doing to increase awareness is amazing, and what you're doing to increase funds for DOM is just even more amazing. So from me and my team who are not here, I just want to say thank you so, so very much. And thanks for being here. What more can I say?
Thanks, Jane. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks very
And,
much, Jane.
Thank you.
yeah,
Bye, Bodie.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Give thumbs up.
usually gives a thumbs up because that's what Pulsy does to him.
Thumbs up.
That's how they communicate. Sign language.
Boy. Okay. And my love to the rest of the family too. When they
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy
All
the
right.
weekend.
I will. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll be in touch, Jill.
Okay, thanks, Jane.
Thanks a lot, Jane.
Bye.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, baby. Bye.
Bye-bye. He's not a morning person.